It is the most widespread religious tradition in the world, which stands out with its doctrines of Trinity, incarnation, redemption, and salvation based on faith in Jesus Christ, and today, with more than 2 billion members. Christianity emerged as a small Jewish sect in the 1st century BC in the region of Palestine occupied by the Roman Empire. Since the mid-30s, it entered a rapid spread process with the mission journeys of Paul, who was its shepherd, and became the official religion of Rome in the 4th century. Christia. From the 1st century onwards, it gradually began to diverge from the Jewish tradition from which it originated, and thus owed its identity, and took a distinctive shape within the Roman Empire. Since the term Christian was not in use during the time of Jesus Christ, early Christians were simply Cal. The name Christian was first used by his opponents in the Antakya region to mean followers or followers of Christ. Acts of the Acts, 1726. It is a concept they use to qualify or even categorize them in the sense of the adherents of. It is derived from the Greek word Christos, a Christianos, and Latin Christus, a Christianus, meaning to rub, touch. The fact that is used not for the first core community, but for non-Jewish adherents of Jesus in the Antakya region shows that Jesus was a Jewish prophet. In Islamic literature, the terms Nasrani and Messiah are used for Christianity. The Quran does not refer to the Christian religion, but to Christians by referring to some beliefs and practices. Christianity is a Christ-centered religion that developed and shaped around the person of Jesus Christ. However, after his death, as a result of the work of Paul, who was the shepherd of Christianity, and other prominent first community officials, it took the name Christianity and spread from Palestine to Egypt, Syria, Anatolia, and Greece in a very short time. The life of Jesus Christ, which Christians, his death, and resurrection form the basis of Christianity. Theologically, the most important doctrines of today's Christianity, which are based on the concepts of original sin, redemption to get rid of original sin and attain freedom, justification and reconciliation, are the Constantin in 313 Milan Firman a Rome Imperator Luunda Serbus Berdin Oma H. AKK and Kazanin HRISTIYA and LK. 395 Ilnd Imperator Theodosius Terafin and Roman Yegandini Alarikilon and Dilmatir. Bataritan I Tiberan Imperator Lun Siyasi Viaskari GC and Arkasna Alan HRISTIYA and LKHC Alberye. Christianity 5-8. It penetrated France, England, Ireland, and Scotland between the centuries. With the efforts of Emperor Charlemagne, at the end of the 10th century, Germany was also Christianized. Between the 10th and 11th centuries, Christianity spread in Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. After the middle of the 10th century, when the Germans dominated Poland and other Baltic countries, Christianity found an area to spread in these regions as well. Thanks to the German conquests, Estonia and Lithuania from the 13th century, and Finland was Christianized in the 13th century. Thanks to the German conquests, Estonia and Lithuania from the 13th century, and Finland was Christianized in the 13th century. Thanks to the Swedes. The center of Christianity spreading in Western European countries was Latin Christianity, the Diocese of Rome. On the other hand, Eastern Christianity, whose center is the Patriarchate of Istanbul, found use in Eastern and Central Europe. In the 10th century, 2 brothers, Cyril and Methodius, were sent from Thessaloniki to Bulgaria and Serbia to spread Christianity among the Slavs. By the Patriarch of Istanbul, by the 10th century, Byzantine Christianity had penetrated as far as Kiev and other parts of Russia. Christianity. It was transported to the Americas by the Spanish in the 16th century and to Asia and Africa through the British Empire in the following centuries. Today, it is possible to encounter Christian presence in almost every country in the world. The vast majority of European countries are officially Christian. North and South America. In Russia, Australia, Central and Southern Africa, Christianity is the majority religion. Christianity is a minority in the region from the Middle East and North Africa to China, Southeast Asia, and Japan. Christianity. With the Great Split in the 11th century, it was divided into 2 as the Eastern Churches Orthodox and the Roman Catholic Church, and into 3 with the emergence of Protestantism as a result of the Reform movement in the 16th century. Today, Christianity finds its expression in different ways in the different cultures in which it is present. When we look at the Christian world in general, we see that three basic Christian groups dominate. The largest of these is the Roman Catholic Church, with over 1 billion members, headquartered in the Vatican. This church has a highly centralized administration. Under the administration of the papal institution, due to the authority of the papacy and the bindingness of tradition, there are no sub-churches as there is no question of the emergence of new churches. Within the Catholic Church, Protestantism, which was formed as a result of the Reform movements that emerged from the 16th century and characterizes all Reformed churches, ranks second after Catholics with its more than 700 million members worldwide. Protestantism, which emerged from the Reformation movement, it has a very diverse structure, divided into subsects, groups that gain different contents in line with the cultural and historical characteristics of the regions where it spreads. Protestant churches, which do not have a central church structure like Catholics, do not accept the hierarchical authority. The most distinctive feature of Protestants is their emphasis on personal faith in Jesus Christ, rather than institutional membership in a particular church. Protestant churches carry out intense missionary activities around the world. As a result of these activities, the number of Protestants in Africa and Latin America is increasing day by day. The Protestant churches, with the participation of other non-Catholic churches, established the World Council of Churches in Geneva, Switzerland in 1948. The third largest Christian group after Protestants is the group called Eastern Orthodox Christians, which historically emerged within the Eastern Roman Byzantine Empire. The number of members of this group, which adhered to the existing Greek theology in the first centuries of Christianity, is around 250 million today. Local churches affiliated with this denomination have a national church structure under the administration of their own church-led Eastern Orthodox, while respecting the leader of the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, do not accept his authority. Orthodox Christians, who have a distinctive form of worship that is quite traditional, show a great interest in monastic life. Apart from these three major currents, there are also many Christian communities, such as Anglicans and non-Orthodox Eastern churches, independent churches and parishes that position themselves between Catholics and Protestants. The Christian world today is a constantly changing, highly fragmented and diverse structure because new churches and Christian congregations are constantly emerging outside the Catholic tradition.